Hello friends, today we are with you again with a new story. We hope you will like it, and its title is Feelings. Her hands moved quickly. The hair she had dyed a light golden shade yesterday looked even more striking now that it was straightened. She gathered it into two sections and let it fall loosely over her shoulders. Casting a brief glance at her sharp featured, beautiful face, she reached for the phone lying on the bed. After all, hard work had to be rewarded. Swiftly entering her password, she opened TikTok. Just a few days ago, she had filmed a video with a boy. It had gone viral. Since then, she had refused to think of herself as anything less than Alia Bhatt. Today, she had the same ambition to create something that would once again captivate thousands. The flood of views had only fueled her vanity. She knew this video too would circulate endlessly on social media. Fame, that was all she wanted. Scrolling through YouTube comments, her eyes caught the clock. She jumped to her feet. Today was her interview, and she was confident she would get the job. Even while driving, her smile lingered as her mind wandered back to her videos. With the roads clear, she reached the destination quickly. After a long wait, she was finally called inside. May I come in, sir? She asked, opening the door slightly. The middle-aged man inside, still fixated on his computer screen, gave a distracted reply. Once she entered, he gestured towards the chair, then looked at her, and for some reason, Yamini felt as if he had been startled. She handed him her file. No need, he said, turning fully towards her with a smile. Confession flickered in her eyes. Yamini, right? He asked, adjusting his glasses. Yes. Your videos are very good. He spoke as though she hadn't come for an interview, but for meeting with him. She accepted the compliment with a faint smile. We need a model, and you fit our requirement perfectly. She looked at him, startled. But I applied for digital designing. We have stronger candidate for that. He interrupted smoothly. She hadn't accepted to hear this. What do you mean? Calm down, Jamini. What I mean is, you suit modeling far more. Look at this. Your hair, your eyes, nature made them beautifully. And already you are so beautiful. Our dresses and makeup would only enhance them. He pressed play on one of her videos. As it played, her earlobes flushed red. She had never imagined that something she once admired so much could suddenly feel so disgraceful. She couldn't stop herself. She stood abruptly and walked out. By the time she reached her car, her breath was heavy. Sitting inside, she tried to compose herself, but the memory of her lingering eyes on her videos made her blood pressure boil again. Somehow, she managed to drive home. Pulling into the porch, she suddenly remembered the things she had to return to Aunt Asmara, which she had forgotten at their house yesterday. Her mood had steadied somewhat, so she went to their small home next door. She was climbing the stairs when she froze. Her name had been mentioned. Why don't you like her? What's wrong with her? It was Aunt Asmara's voice. What's wrong, Mama? Why don't you understand? Salman's voice followed. A girl who doesn't value her own respect, how can she ever respect ours? A girl who dances with different boys on TikTok, can she ever build a home? A woman sets the tone of a household. If she lacks modesty, then she didn't stay to hear more. She turned away and returned home. Locking her room, she collapsed on the bed. Tears streamed into her hair. She thought bitterly. She had made countless videos with Salman himself, and yet here he was, questioning her dignity. The people who showered her with praise on social media, today she understood what they really thought. She belonged to a respectable family, but that wasn't enough. A woman had to command respect for herself. Society couldn't be blamed. She remembered when her cousin had once tried to warn her, but she had dismissed it as jealousy and mocked Amina cruelly. Today, fate had proven every word true. She deleted all her videos from her phone. Even as she deactivated her account, she knew those clips would still exist somewhere on the internet beyond her control, but at least she had severed her own connection to them. Dropping her head back onto the pillow, she made herself promise never again would she walk down a path that led only towards fire, and fire, she now knows, never fails. It hurts until all that remains is ash. I hope you liked this educational story and learned something from it. See you soon with a new story. Bye bye.